So, how much feed do I use on a commercial? Well, the answer to that is again, the fish will tell you. And when I was a kid, I was brought up with a saying. And the saying is, little, oh, another tension, look at that. And the saying is, little and often is always the best way of catching fish. And and it still is to this day. And when I've been gone and buried and 50 years on, it'll still be the best way of fishing, little and often. Because what you're trying to do on a commercial fishery is draw fish into your peg. And it's one of the mistakes that people make is they want to put like a big pot on or a big feeder, give them lots of baits, and you don't have to. The idea in a commercial fishery is feed, catch a fish, feed, catch a fish, feed, catch a fish. So you're trying to catch one fish at a time. So if you can put a little bit in, either with a little pot, a little feeder, and get the fish to come in and catch that fish, what you're doing then is the fish are then getting used to the little often. For example, the easiest way to explain it is if you've got 10 fish in your peg and you feed them 9 pellets, you're making them competitive. That's what you're trying to do. If you throw them 11 in, they've all got one. They don't have to dash about and compete for it. So make them competitive. And by doing little and often, you are trying to make them competitive. So the answer is as little as possible, really. So all I'm trying to do is feed, catch a fish, and that is my motto, and it always has been, and it always probably will be. And the only time I want to feed a lot is if I want to feed a lot into the side to get the fish to come in. But once they're in, I'll cut it down and not feed as much. Never forget whether it's with a pot or a pole, whether it's with a feeder, little and often is the best way of catching fish, always has been and always will be.